Hello friends, welcome to this session. In this session, we are today going to perform practical for iron limit test. Professor M.G. Sindai, KK College of Pharmacy, welcomes to all of you. The learning objectives for today's practicals to know aim, principle of limit test, procedure, conclusion. The aim of today's practical is to perform the limit test for iron. The requirements for this practical are apparatus, pair of Nessler cylinder, glass rod, stand, measuring cylinder, spatula, pipette, etc. Chemicals we require 20% iron-free citric acid, thioglycolic acid, iron standard solution 20 ppm, and iron-free ammonia solution. The preparation of iron standard solution 20 ppm, dilute 1 volume of 0.1726% weight by volume solution of ferric ammonium sulfate in 0.05 molar sulfuric acid and make up to the 10 volumes with the distilled water. And this contain iron in the ferric state. The principle of this practical is the limit test of iron depends upon the principle that the limit test for iron is based on the formation of pale pink to deep reddish purple color by the reaction of iron with the thioglycolic acid in the presence of citric acid in a solution which is made alkaline with the help of ammonia solution which is free from iron. The color is due to the formation of coordination compound that is to be known as ferrous thioglycolic complex. The original state of oxidation of iron is a material science. Since thioglycolic acid also reduces the ferric iron to the ferrous state, the color produced in the test sample is compared with that of standard color, which is containing a definite quantity of iron by viewing transversely through the Nessler cylinder against white background. We have to note that citric acid is added in the official process to prevent the precipitation of iron by ammonia. Iron gets precipitated in the form of ferrous hydroxide and ferrous oxide, depending upon the oxidation state of the iron in the presence of ammonia. Citric acid makes soluble complex with the iron, and ammonia will not be able to precipitate iron, and it will just provide alkaline medium. So this is the chemical reaction that occurs between the ferrous ion and thioglycolic acid. That is the formation of coordinate compound known as a ferrous thioglycolate complex. So this is the procedure. Very first of all, we require to take 2 ml of 20% citric acid, then 2 drops of 40 ml of water, 10 ml of sample, and then we have to add 2 drops of thioglycolic acid, and we have to lastly make the solution alkaline with the help of ammonia. Similar procedure, instead of only sample, we will take a standard iron solution in the standard, and we will follow the same procedure. We will get the observation that is produces the pink color, and we have to compare the intensity of pink color produced in the test solution with that of standard. So while performing the procedure, first of all we will take pair of Nessler cylinders. While performing the practical, we will take the pair of Nessler cylinder 50 ml capacity. Then we will firstly mark test and standard on the both. In first step, we will take 2 ml of standard iron solution with 20 ml of water in the Nessler cylinder, which is marked as a standard. While in the test, we will take dissolve a specified quantity of substance in distilled water and transfer it to the Nessler cylinder, which is marked as a test. Second step, we will add 2 ml of 20% weight by volume solution of iron-free citric acid and 0.1 ml of thioglycolic acid in the both the Nessler cylinders. Make them alkaline with the iron-free ammonia solution and dilute up to the 15 ml mark. Stir well and allow to stand for few minutes. Observe the intensity of purple color which it develops in the test and standard. We will compare the intensity of test sample with that of standard. If the color intensity produced and the test sample is less as compared to that of standard. By viewing transversely against the white background, we will conclude that the given test sample having less iron soluble impurities as compared to that of standard, and these are within the pharmacopoeial limit. Hence, we can conclude that the given test sample passes the limit test for iron and vice versa. So, thank you. In the next videos, we will see how actually we can perform the practical in the laboratory. Thank you.
In today's session, today we are going to perform limit test for iron. So what are the chemical requirements for this limit test? The chemicals: 20% iron-free citric acid required, thioglycolic acid, iron standard solution, iron-free ammonia solution. We have to remember that whatever the reagents we are going to use, they should be free from iron. And lastly, distilled water. The requirement of glassware: here again we require pair of Nessler cylinder, measuring cylinder, glass rod, pipette, etc. Now, the principle behind today's limit test for iron. Here, the limit test for iron involves chemical reaction between the ferrous ion and thioglycolic acid in presence of citric acid and ammonical alkaline medium, where pale pink or deep reddish purple color is obtained. Now here the ferric ion that reduces to the ferrous ion by the thioglycolic acid, and that will produces a ferrous thioglycolate complex which is having a pale purple color or reddish purple color, and it will give the color to the solutions. If we look at the chemical reaction involved here, the ferric ion when treated with the thioglycolic acid in alkaline medium, it will give the formation of ferrous thioglycolate, as it will show pink or pale pink or reddish purple color. So this is the simple principle behind today's limit test. Now here the color produced to the test sample, we have to compare the intensity of pale pink color with that of intensity shown by the standard solution. So simple comparison between the pale pink color produced by the test sample with that of standard. If the pale pink color in the test solution is less as compared to that of standard, we can say that the iron impurity present in our sample is within the limit or less as compared to that of standard, which is a known amount of standard iron impurities. And then we can conclude that if the sample having less color intensity than that of standard, it passes the limit test for iron as per IP. Vice versa, that means if the sample having more color intensity than the standard, it will fail the limit test for iron. So we actually perform this practical within the In this session, we are going to perform limit test for iron. Now, the requirement for this limit test is again pair of Nessler cylinder, 10 ml measuring cylinder, 50 ml measuring cylinder, 1 10 ml of pipette and 1 ml of pipette glass rod. Similarly, we require some chemicals. Very first of all, we require ammonia solution, 20% citric acid, iron free citric acid solution, distilled water, standard solution and test solution. Now let's start the procedure for this limit test for iron. We will take both the Nessler cylinders. First step is to take 2 ml of test sample in the test cylinder. Okay, very first of all we will take 2 ml test sample in the Nessler cylinder which is marked as a test. Okay. Similarly, we will take 2 ml of standard solution. In the Nessler cylinder which is marked as a standard. Next step is step number 2, addition of 20% iron free citric acid in the both the solution. Take 2 ml of iron free citric acid in both the cylinders. We will take 2 ml citric acid in first of all in test solution. Similarly, we will take 2 ml in standard. Okay. Both the solutions alkaline. Very first of all, before making it alkaline, we will take distilled water in the both the Nessler cylinders up to 30 ml. Okay. Ammonia solution in both the solution. Take sufficient quantity of ammonia solution. It required to make it alkaline. Okay. Now we will check whether the solution becomes alkaline or not. Look at this, both the solutions are becoming alkaline. It means whatever the environment required for performing this iron test, both the solutions are alkaline because of, as after addition of ammonia the solution become alkaline. As it is only in presence of alkaline environment, it will give the complex with the thioglycolic acid. Okay. Next step is addition of thioglycolic acid 1 ml. Now we will add 0.1 ml thioglycolic acid in the test. Add it in. Okay. Now allow to stand. Stir it. First of all, make up the volume with distilled water up to 15 ml. Stir with the help of glass rod. And now allow to stand for 5 minutes. Okay. Now after 5 minutes, look at both the cylinders. The pink color is developing standard, and there is also slight pink color in test. Now what we have to do, we have to compare both the Nessler cylinders for the color observations against white background. Now when we compare the test sample with the standard, it is found that the color intensity produced in the test sample is less compared to that of standard. The pink color developed in the test sample is less intense as compared to standard. It confines that the given test sample having less iron impurity or the iron impurities are within the limit as compared to that of standard, and hence we can conclude that the given sample, unknown sample, passes the limit test for iron as per IP. Thank you. Performing the practical at laboratory level, we found that here, what are the observations we found? There is a development of pale purple color in the standard solutions, and there is less or slightly development of color in the test sample. We observed that the test sample shows less color intensity as compared to that of standard, and we can say that here our test sample has less impurity as compared to that of standard. So here our today's practical result is that we can conclude that a sample solution has less intense purple color, it shows less iron impurities and passes limit test for iron as per IP.
Hello students. After completion of iron limit test practical, we get the observation here that the purple color is produced in the sample solution is lesser than that of standard solutions, and therefore we can say that the given unknown sample passes the limit test for iron. Now here we are using different reagents. There are reasons behind that. We are using here citric acid that helps in the precipitation of iron by ammonia by forming a complex with it. We are also using here thioglycolic acid which helps oxidize the ferric ion to the ferrous form. While we are using here ammonia, this ammonia is used to make the solution alkaline. So these are the reasons why we are using different reagents here. So after this we can conclude that the given sample passes the limit test for iron as per IP. Now we will see some Viva questions. Very first of all, objective questions. First question is write the principle behind uh, write the principle behind iron limit test. So here already we have discussed that the principle behind iron limit test involves the reaction between the ferrous ion and thioglycolic acid in presence of citric acid and ammonical alkaline medium. When a pale pink or deepish reddish purple color is obtained because of ferric ion is reduced to the ferrous ion by the thioglycolic acid, and that will give the ferrous thioglycolate. So this is the simple principle on basis we can perform the iron limit test. Second question is write the reaction involved in the limit test for iron. As earlier we have discussed that here the two molecules of thioglycolic acid that is react with the ferric ions, and that will give the a complex that is ferrous thioglycolates, that is coordinated ferrous thioglycolate complex. Next question is what is the role of citric acid in the limit test for iron? As already we have discussed that citric acid helps the precipitation of iron by ammonia and it forms the complex along with it. Next question is which color is produced by ferrous thioglycolate? We have seen that there is pale pinkish color to purple color is obtained by this ferrous thioglycolate complex. Now the next question is why excess ammonia is used in the limit test of iron? Because it is used because to produce the alkaline environment, because the ferrous thioglycolate only give the purple color or pale pink color in presence of alkaline environment. Now there are some MCQ question from this limit test. First question is ammonia is added in the limit test of iron to provide which type of environment? There are four options: acidic, alkaline, neutral and none of these. So here correct option is B, that is alkaline. Second question is limit test for iron has been based upon the reaction between and to obtain the color, that is there are soluble iron and thioglycolic acid, reaction between iron and silver nitrate, soluble iron and citric acid, none of this. So here pale purple color is developed by the reaction between soluble iron and thioglycolic acid. The correct option is A. Third question is, what is the role of citric acid in the limit test of iron? Already we have discussed